hopes and dreams sealed and shattered in a single breath. Be there when new European champions are crowned.
Good evening everyone, and welcome to the Scottish National Age Group Champions 2018, live from Tollcross International Swimming Centre in Glasgow. This is the 5th day of the championships, the last day. You've joined us for the first 4 if you're new to the championships. We're bringing you 6 events this evening. Joining me in the commentary position, my pleasure to introduce Scott Haxton, the head coach of Arbroath St Thomas. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening, thank you for having me.
So Scott, there's one very interesting swimmer in the 200 free, Sophie Smith, your squad member. So we'll watch with interest on that one, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Sophie, yeah, I'll be quite excited for that one, but there's a few other swimmers that I've had the pleasure of working with in youth squad and youth development squad over the past 4 or 5 years who are in the programme tonight, so it should be a good night. Particularly the boys IM, like a good IM race. Nice variation in an IM, but yeah, I've got a couple of swimmers, 3 swimmers tonight in finals. I'll try and be as impartial as possible.
So there's what we've got to look forward to. Just to kick off with 200 IM for the boys, 200 free for the girls. Boys 100 free follows that, and 100 breast for the girls. So finish with 50 metres backstroke and 50 metres butterfly for the girls. So these age groups 11 to 13, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16 and 17/18. So 6 finals of each of these events coming up. So this is the first of those events. Introduce the swimmers to you. So 11, 13-year-old 200 IM final as Jake Gibson from the Brock in 0. Owen Carroll Flores goes in 2. Callum Peebles, East Lothian swim team in 2. Owen Ray from Warner Bass in 3. Stefan Kravitz from East Lothian swim team in 4. Travis Davey, Dundee City Aquatics in 5. David Kernahan, Warner Bass in 6. In lane 7, Ryan King from Glenrothes. Lane 8, Conrad Slisser, Aberdeen Performance. There in 9, South Lanarkshire, Blair Kennedy. So Stefan Kravitz, dominant in the butterfly. Scott, kind of fancy him.
Yeah, I saw him in the relay this afternoon, and the fly was pretty impressive. There's been some really good swims from the East Lothian guys over these past 5 days.
And Scott says Stefan Kravitz off to a very strong start. So butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke and freestyle. So a very strong start indeed by Stefan, 30.28. So he already has 2.5 second advantage over David Kernahan in that red cap of Warner Bass. So at this age, what are these guys looking to try and achieve? What, as a coach, would you want these lads to do?
Well, I think very much good skills across all the strokes. In an IM race, I would want a nice controlled fast fly, and on the breaststroke and backstroke really look for some fast turns, building in and out the turn, and then just get that pedal down on the front crawl. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, particularly on the breaststroke leg.
So Stefan with quite a commanding advantage at the halfway mark, 109.02. It's almost 5 seconds. David Kernahan leading the chasing pack. Travis Davey from Dundee City Aquatics, just down the road from your club. And third, breaststroke, all important here. This is where they can get themselves back into the picture. But Stefan Kravitz a long way clears. And this one, Scott.
Yeah, he's got a nice little technique there. He's keeping his stroke length pretty good. He's keeping his rhythm well. He's not short, he's not snapping. You can see the battle's kind of building up there for second and third, and it'll be interesting to see how much the breaststroke is taken out of some of these swimmers.
And with 50 to go rather, Stefan 1:53.22. David Kernahan from Warner still holds that second place. It's 6 seconds now, so you can't see past the Slovenian lad now. He's only 12, so he gets to do this all again next year in the same age group.
Yeah, he looks like he's quite controlled here. I don't know if he's had a lot of swims this week, but he's holding that stroke relatively well, breathing pretty balanced.
Certainly a very measured stroke there. Little effort, but the technique's very, very effective. 2:28.24, he takes that. David Kernahan is just going to hold on to second ahead of Travis Davey. David 2:34.36.4 ahead of Travis Davey, 2:34.76. So great start for the East Lothian swim team in the very first event.
It's a really good way for a lot of those younger swimmers. I know in Bruce's team, they see a kid coming in 12 years of age, gold medal, first event. It's a really good thing for a team to see. Certainly with the atmosphere we saw this afternoon from East Lothian and the other teams. Yeah, it's good, it's really good. Positive start for them.
Certainly we had some exciting medleys and freestyle swims from these youngsters this afternoon. And as you said, Stefan Kravitz brought East Lothian from, I think it was about 6th place into 3rd place.
Yes, what a fly leg it was. I couldn't believe what we saw.
Had it not been for the fact that it was probably youngsters that were in that team, Glenn Porteous unfortunately injured, so he had to drop out. East Lothian probably would have won that one.
Well, I was directly across from the East Lothian parents. They were very excited. Quite right to.
So our 40-year-old final, Lucas Grieve from first in 0, Eric Davey, Dudley City Aquatics in 1, Leon Campbell, Stirling Swim 2, Tony Anderson, City of Glasgow 3, Jake Kirkham first in 4, Evan Jones from Millfield School in 5, Matthew Garrity Inverclyde in 6, Cameron Travis Aberdeen Perform in 7, Aidan Ballantyne East Lothian in 8, Elliot Sinclair from Dumfries in lane number 9. Jake Kirkham from first, 2:23.02, Evan Jones 2:23.12 in the afternoon heats. So this has the makings of a very tight race. Matthew Garrity in lane 6 from Inverclyde. He's a little bit further back at the halfway mark. He'll certainly be challenging on breaststroke to Evan Jones. And in lane 4, Jake Kirkham, a little between the two, 30.04 for Evan. This early stage, just pulling away a little bit. So from the rest of the field, what should some of the other lads like Matthew Garrity be looking to try and do? Tony Anderson?
It's difficult here. I think you don't want to work too hard on this backstroke, because if you have a good breaststroke, you want to have as much rhythm and you want that stroke to feel good on the breaststroke legs. There's a danger if you try and catch up too much on breaststroke, what happens on the front prom.
So the halfway stage, still a little between the two. Quarter of a second, Evan Jones has just built up a little advantage. Matthew Garrity away back in 7th.
I had the pleasure of working with Evan, Matthew and Cameron at YDS at Christmas. Really good boys. Evan in particular, really focused. He knows what he wants to do, very reflective. And you see that a lot in his swim. He's a really strong swimmer.
You can see just on the far side of your camera, Tony Anderson, City of Glasgow. He's making a bit of headway, but Evan Jones, I don't want to tempt fate, but he's just pulled away from Jake Kirkham. The advantage 147.63 against 149.02. Matthew Garrity certainly held it together on breaststroke to give him a fighting chance of a medal. Down this final stretch, you fancy the Millfield lads got this one under control.
He's got a lovely long stroke. It'll be interesting to see if anyone can go to their legs and up that stroke rate. It's pretty tight for 3rd.
It's certainly all about 3rd place. Tony Anderson perhaps in lane 3 and 3rd, but Evan Jones takes that. Jake Kirkham 2nd, and Tony Anderson indeed just gets up to take 3rd. So quite a bit faster. Evan Jones 2:19.98. So that's this part of 3 seconds faster than the heats. Still a good swim from Jake Kirkham, 2:21.27. He's gone another second or so faster. Tony Anderson, 2:23.02 in third place. Jake Kirkham, Tony Anderson first and second at West District, so they know one another's strengths and weaknesses, so no surprise to see them still 1 and 2. But obviously second and third, Evan Jones from Folkshill down in southwest England, coming up and taking 200 IM.
Some good improvements there from the boys. They should be pretty pleased with that. It's nice to see them coming into finals and going faster than heats. Coaches like to see that. It's encouraging.
That's something you probably do get a lot more with the younger kids.
Absolutely, yes.
They will build that little bit extra out in the final. So we move on to the 50-year-olds. Felix Hale from Inverleith goes in lane 0. In lane 1, Graham Baird from Scotia. In 2, Kerr Martin, North Lanarkshire. In 3, Angus Allison, Inverleith. Cameron Allison, Dumfries goes in 4. Douglas Kelly, Mount Kelly in 5. Marcus Scully in Winchester in 6. Fraser Kelly, North Ayrshire 7. Daniel Saunders, Warner Bass in 8. And Adam Young, Dundee City Aquatics goes in lane 9. Well, 2 Allisons, Angus and Cameron in 3 and 4. Could be an interesting battle between those two. Douglas Kelly from Mount Kelly in 5.
Lots of talented swimmers in this, from youth squad to youth development squad. I think it's going to be a pretty close one because they've all got different strengths. Just keep a lookout for Angus Allison because he is a gutsy swimmer.
In this early stage, Angus Allison a mere 5th. Kerr Martin 28.87. We usually find that Angus Allison comes through very strongly. He's got a good breaststroke, a solid all-rounder, the Leith lad. And still at this stage, 3 lads almost in a line. Good backstroke from Marcus Scully in here. Has pulled him clear.
He's got quite a good stroke rate there. There's not a lot of wasted energy. Head's nice and still. Hopefully he can keep the speed going in and out the wall here.
So the advantage at the halfway mark with Winchester swimmer Marcus Scullion. Angus Allison has now gone from 5th to 2nd, ahead of Kerr Martin. So we'll see how this develops with the breaststroke. It's a real key section of the race.
Got lots of different styles here. I mean, you can see that from Marcus, maybe not his strongest stroke. You look at Douglas Kelly just to lane up. It's long and powerful, and Angus has just got a beautiful rhythm there.
Certainly Douglas Kelly's strength is very much in this part of the race on the breaststroke. That's pulled him through to challenge certainly for 2nd place. You fancy Angus Allison.
Yeah, just look at
very strong in freestyle, Angus.
Yeah, his stroke rate there is pretty phenomenal. You know, he seems to be like a little wind-up toy, and he just goes, and he gives absolutely everything. That's what we want to see in swimmers, you know, that desire, that will, that drive. And
coming down, oh, he's miles clear. This is an impressive swim in a 200 IM, especially at this age.
And with the quality of that field as well, the rest of those boys are very talented.
Very close for 2nd and 3rd. Douglas Kelly held on to take 2nd, and Cameron Allison from Dumfries. Dumfries are doing pretty well this week. Finished 3rd, 2:17.56.
A couple of good chats with the Dumfries coaches, and yeah, it was nice to see when I was at work this week, just watching and listening online to hearing about Cameron in particular. Really impressive swimming earlier this week, and he's still doing it tonight, so that's good.
Dumfries, you say Dumfries maybe a little bit in the doldrums a couple of years back with some of their older swimmers having moved on and pulled down there out of operation, so they've had to use a lot of swimming pools elsewhere, so it's been difficult for them, and they've had to build that over the last few years, so nice to see them bring a good group of youngsters through.
Absolutely, and what was nice, I was sitting directly in front of them, and they've got a good team managers, everything seems to be well run, well organised, so you can see that in how the team's performing.
give you the medalist that are getting presented. Travis Davey, the bronze medalist. Tony Anderson, silver medalist. David Kernahan, Lord Baths. And just to quickly give you the medalists here, Travis Davey, bronze medalist, the 11-13s, Tony Anderson, the 14s, David Kernahan and Tony Anderson, 11-13s and 14s, and there you see Steven Kravitz, our national champion, in the 11-13s, and Evan Jones in the 14-year-olds. So what we do with presentations tonight, we swim 3, present 2, swim 2, present 3. So we'll move on to our next event. This is the 16-year-olds. Greg Fairbairn and Rory Dixon in the middle lanes, two youth development squad members that you'll know very well.
Yes, indeed. Rory's, I think it was his 400 IM earlier on this week. What a fantastic swim that was.
So we have over in 0, Jack Dalgetty, Dundee City Aquatic, Ewan Taylor, Staines in 1, Ethan Horn, South Lanarkshire 2, Ethan Lindsay, Aberdeen Performance 3, Greg Fairbairn, North Lanarkshire 4, Rory Dixon 5 in North Ayrshire, John Keane, West Lothian 6, Evan Clark, North Ayrshire 7, Ian Rose in 8, and Daniel Parker in 9 from Warner Baths. With a good clean start there, Scott. And as you see on your screen, hashtag Snags 2018, please send your messages and your tweets of support to everyone here today. So off to a very good start. That's the silver cap in the middle lane. Greg Fairbairn. Greg Fairbairn's had a super 4 days so far. He'll want to add to that. Rory Dixon, very gutsy swimmer from North Ayrshire. I was speaking to Ross Douglas just a few moments ago downstairs, and we were saying that Rory's virtually the veteran of the North Ayrshire team at 16. And how can you become a veteran at 16?
Well, I don't know. I suppose he's had a lot of really good experiences. He was out last year in Porto with himself and the YDS team, and yeah, he knows how to swim a race, does Rory. Really switched on.
So Rory Dixon coming through on the backstroke section, just to take it up, and Ian Rose also well there in your picture in lane 8. But off that wall, expect both these lads to be nipping tight. They're both very good breaststrokers. Greg Fairbairn probably the better of the two. This will be one heck of a battle down this stretch. Rory Dixon holding him at the moment, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, Greg has got a really like Greg's stroke. I think it's lovely, long and relaxed, and obviously his coach Scott Warnock's got a good history of producing breaststrokers, so just two slightly different techniques there. Rory isn't as high, but both rhythmical. It'll be interesting to see how much off the wall they can hold in terms of speed.
So off the wall, 140, 130, 140, 170. John Keane, breaststroke, has pulled him into third from West Lothian. You just see the corner of his cap. This looks to be Rory Dixon's race indeed. He's really sprinting clear. Well, I didn't expect this to be quite as decisive between the two. Rory Dixon's nailed this one by some margin. Rory Dixon takes it. Greg Fairbairn second, close for third. It might just be Ethan Lindsay. It is indeed Ethan Lindsay from absolutely nowhere, finishing down there and getting up to get third place from the Aberdeen Performance team. Very impressive from Rory there, Scott.
Yeah, I liked his finish there. He really went to that stroke rate, was particularly impressive. Head down, kind of lifted his head a wee bit there on that last stroke. Not something I'd like to see too often in swimmers, but he is a really good racer. Rory will give you 100% each and every time.
And doubling up there with the 400 IM, he was very impressive. He won that by something like 12 seconds the other night. It was a pity in a way that Greg wasn't against him in that one. That would have been an interesting race.
So we move on to the, dare I say, the veterans at 17-18, Scott.
Well, I suppose if you look at some of the people in the pool here, these are guys who've been in all over the world competing, whether it be for their club or Scottish swimming. So again, lots of experience in this race. It should be a good race.
So on to the finalist in 0, Jonah Walsh, Warner Bass, his teammate Jamie McGregor in 2, Gianna Napolitano, North Lanarkshire in 3, Daniel Ferguson, West Lothian in 4, Warner's Archie Goodburn 4, Fraser Allison 5, Callum Chittleborough 6, Duncan McKinney, City Glasgow 7, Keir Edgar from 1st in 8, and Andrew McIntosh, South Lanarkshire in lane 9. Well, Archie Goodburn should be a very strong fancy, almost a certainty. He's already won 8 golds this championship. This is going to be number 9, I fancy.
Yeah, he is. He's a bit of a machine, is Archie, but I had the pleasure of his company at school games last year. He's also a very pleasant, well-mannered young man, and there's no sense of big ego with him. He just works hard and he trains hard and he swims fast.
And he's off to European Juniors as well, so very talented lad, good all-rounder actually.
Yes,
if anything, this is actually his worst stroke, his backstroke.
I don't think we would be wrong to suggest that, Robert, no.
And I'm sure most people would be delighted to have the worst backstroke if it was Archie's.
Yes.
So Archie Goodburn going really, really well here. Janet Napolitano over in that silver cap in lane 2. Well there, can Jano keep it together? He was second in the 400 behind Fraser Allison. We expect Fraser Allison in lane 5, who's very useful breaststroker, to come through and get back into the mix. And the moments between those three, I fancy.
Yeah, Fraser's back end speed is pretty phenomenal. Every race you see him, Fraser always finishes hard, finishes well.
And you can see Archie well clear at this stage. It's really all about second place. That second place probably going to Warner's Fraser Allison, older brother of Angus.
Get a Warner 1, 2, 3, just looking at the approach there into that breast crawl turn.
Now Andrew McIntosh in lane 9, phenomenal breaststroker. He's got into 4th, but it's Warner 1, 2, 3 at that turn. Archie Goodburn well clear. Fraser Allison, you can see the Warner caps of Fraser and Callum Chittleborough. Callum Chittleborough in 3rd place. Archie Goodburn, let's see what time he paused. Archie takes that 2:06.46. Let's get second. Fraser Allison very close for 3rd on lane 9 perhaps. Well, not quite. Andrew McIntosh might have snatched it. That was a Warner 1, 2, 3. 2:11.19 for Fraser Allison. Callum Chittleborough 2:12.51 by 500. Well, their camera angle not quite bang on the line. Archie nailed that close by some margin there, Scott.
Yeah, just obviously Archie and Fraser a little bit further ahead, but that was a close one. If you look at the times there, from 3rd to 6th, there was 3/10 in it. Wow.
Yeah. Commentator's nightmare to trying to get that spot on it.
I suppose, yeah. Coach's nightmare as well, particularly if your swimmers in that mix and they just lose out on the touch.
As always, 4th place is the worst place to finish in a final. You'd rather finish 6th or 7th.
Yeah, I certainly think that's the case for some swimmers.
So moving on to medalists. We have 15 and 6-year-olds first of all. Cameron Allison, bronze medalist, and Ethan Lindsay, the bronze medalist in the 60-year-old category. You've just seen Douglas Kelly, silver medalist, and Greg Fairbairn in the 16-year-old category. We have Angus Allison from Inverleith, Scottish National Age Group champion at 15, and Rory Dixon.
These boys
North
look
Ayrshire.
remarkably fresh.
Yeah, this looks so they've hardly had anything to do this last few minutes. I really want to go back and do it all again.
It's maybe the screen maybe making them look too good, I don't know.
Could be.
But you can see that the 3 boys, Douglas, Rory and Angus, they know each other really well. Quite a lot of chat there, which is nice to see.
we now have the 17, 18-year-olds. Nice to see Callum Chittleborough on the podium. Third place. Backstroke is probably his best section in their second place. Next to his younger brother. Nice cheesy grin from Fraser. And Archie Goodburn with the war paint on again. Well, 2 years ago, I recall, I was actually speaking to Archie's mum the other night. He got nine golds. I suspect he's going to go one better because he's got, I think he's got another swim later on. If he has, he can go for that magic 10. So there's the three border boys. Great sweep for them. Archie, Fraser and Callum. So that's the first event underway. Now move on to event 502. Girls' turn this time. It's freestyle coming up. A little bit of interest later on. So this is the 13-year-old age group, 11, 13-year-olds. It's all 13-year-olds in this one. Ella Stevenson, North Lanarkshire, goes in 0. Lauren Anderson, Dumfries in lane 1. Natasha Simpson, Borderbass in 2. Jenna Cole, North Lanark in 3. Megan Porteous, East Lothian Swim Team in 4. Saskia Wade, City Glasgow in 5. Kerry Gillespie, Geary in 6. Drew McKenzie, West Lothian in 7. Isabella Wood, Stirling Swim in 8. And Rachel Saunders, Warner Bass, goes in lane 9. This is the 11, 13-year-old 200 free final. Now Megan Porteous, Saskia Wade. Certainly fancy those two to be battling out again. First and second at the under 200. So Megan Porteous finished like a train in the relays earlier on. Saskia Wade off to a good start. Early stage, 4 or 5 almost in a line. So what's the tactics in this one, Scott, for these youngsters?
Well, I guess I'd be encouraging the girls in this 200 free from the start to just hold a good constant stroke rate, so a nice fast constant stroke rate, and then that last 50, last 25, see if they can go that extra gear. You wouldn't want to have too much of a drop off between the hundreds, maybe 4 seconds at the very, very most.
Jess Procas, sorry, not Jess Procas, Jess Procas coming later. It's the caps that are mixing me up. It's the West Lothian cap in 7 and the Geary cap in 6. Kerry Gillespie from Geary, 104.99. Jenna Cole from North Lanarkshire, 105.55. So it's all over the place in this one, Scott.
90-second 50 there. I don't know if, I mean, that was just impressive. I hope she can keep that up for the third and see what she's got left on the 450, but she came from literally nowhere. I'm certain that Kerry was third in the 800, so she'll certainly have no stamina problems in this 200. And with 50 to go, she's built up a substantial lead. Jenna Cole actually won that 800 free, and those two girls, this is only 200, they're miles clear. It's a bit of a surprise. Well, yeah, I mean, they will obviously have that speed endurance of the decent 800 freestyler, but it depends if they can get this extra gear on that last 25, get that stroke rate up, get that leg kick going.
It's certainly game on. Kerry Gillespie just holding on, but Jenna Cole's fighting hard. Between them, Megan Porteous, Jenna Cole still making headway. Oh, it's a tight one. Kerry, I think, just gets it. 2:14.11, 2:14.19, 800s. And Megan Porteous, I think, just left too much to do. 2:15.41 in third. So another tight finish in that one, 800s. Another metre, and I think Jenna would have snatched that.
It was close. That's the breaks, I'm afraid.
We were saying earlier, even North Lanarkshire team are sitting 5th at the moment. the top club position. They've actually been performing exceptionally well. So this is our 40-year-old final. Over in lane 0, City Glasgow's Elise McQueenie. Pink cap of Dundee City Aquatic, Scarlett Ferris goes in 1. Natalie Jones, Warner Baths in lane 2. Jenna McLean, who had a super swim to get into this final here from the Highland Swim team, goes in 3. Katie Shannon, City Glasgow in 4. Anya Slessor, Aberdeen Performance in 5. Morgan Anderson, Dundee City Aquatics in 6. Abby Sinclair, Warner Bath 7. Katie Hay, Highland Swim Team in 8. Kaylin Hall, Aberdeen Performance in 9. This is the 14-year-old 200 freestyle final. So Katie Shanahan in the middle lane, 2:12.44. Anya Slessor, 2:13.45. Fastest on entry times, and Katie Shanahan, like Archie Goodburn, been very dominant in this age group, having won 10 of the championships. And, off to a good start here, Scott.
Yeah, I like Katie a lot. She's just a really switched on, sensible young girl. She wants to do well, and she will focus her mind to do so. Always very reflective on her swims. Really good athlete to work with.
Youth Development Squad member, winner of this event last year. Anya Slessor was 3rd in this event, and West District champion, 7th at the British Championships. And already off to a fairly solid start, about 3 metres advantage. Katie Hay from the Highland Swim team going particularly well. Morgan Anderson from Dundee City Aquatics in 4th, but at the moment this looks to be Katie's race.
Yeah, still pretty tight behind Katie. Yes or no, I mean, Anya's also another talented athlete. There's lots of exceptionally good swimmers in this race. I know the 2 Dundee girls pretty well as well, and I have to say they have really come on leaps and bounds recently as well, so don't discount them either.
Well, you fancy Katie has got this one well sewn up, 1:34.79, 1:37.24. The question is, can Morgan Anderson pull anything out of the bag to try and snatch 2nd place, because Katie is going to make this win number 11 this weekend.
Very impressive. I mean, a big programme for her. Lots of swims, heats, finals, relays, and she's still looking relatively good there.
Certainly Katie Shannon's done more than enough. Anya Slessor has pulled enough out of the bag to guarantee 2nd, 2:07.01. Anya Slessor, 2:11.07 in 2nd. Morgan Anderson, 2:13.10 in 3rd place. I'm sure the Dundee girl in 3rd will be delighted to get on the podium there, Scott.
Yeah, but they had a really good relay this afternoon, the 4x2 free coming 2nd. Little cheer there for Team Midland District. Well done, girls.
So there you have the result on the board. Don't often see quite a big margin in a 200.
4 seconds is pretty impressive, yes. She is very, very talented, is Katie.
This is the makings of a very exciting one.
Yeah.
Ria Colbridge from Midlothian in lane 0. Rebecca Braid from Carnegie in 1. Alicia Bain, Aberdeen Performance in 2. Ellie Turner from Carnegie in 3. There she is. Iona McLeod in that pink cap. Dundee City Aquatics in 4. In 5. There we are. Arta Midlothian's Emma Russell. Don't know what the tattoo is there, Emma, but we'll find out maybe later on. Kirsty Flynn, Leatherhead in 6. Jenna Murray, North Ayrshire 7. Annabelle Wright from Alpha Daughter in 8. Iona Morley, Winchester goes in lane 9. Who's your fancy in this one?
Well, it would have to probably be Iona. She's training with me a couple of times a week, and you know, this girl, along with probably I would probably say Ellie Turner are the 2 strongest swimmers in this race. However, Emma Russell has got a fantastic team, fantastic coach, and I have seen her really come on leaps and bounds. Iona's had a heavy programme. 200 is not our best distance, so it'll be interesting to see, but keep your eyes on all the centre lanes.
Well, Emma Russell has yet to get on that #1 position on the podium. She's had a few podium positions already. A few seconds. Hearts team swimming pretty well, the Hearts girls. And, here comes Iona to challenge Emma Russell. Just behind them, Ellie Turner, Kirsty Flynn from Leatherhead in 6 is going particularly well. But there we have Emma Russell just beginning to stretch again, Scott.
Yeah, she's keeping her stroke quite long there. It's really nice to see as she was approaching that turn.
It's a fast 101.65, 102 dead and 102.03, so it's all very much to play for down the penultimate 50 here.
Just watching Iona there, she's just kind of stepped it up a little bit, so it's tightened up again. Those 3 girls, you can hardly separate them, and all slightly different ways of swimming this.
All looks very relaxed even at this stage.
Well done, girls, that's what I'd be saying, as I don't feel relaxed when I'm watching, I tell you. But a good turn there from Iona.
So Iona McLeod, Emma Russell, Kirsty Flynn. Fancy the medals are from those 3. It's still advantage with Iona McLeod. Emma Russell, can she pull anything out? And can Kirsty Flynn pull anything? It's certainly Kirsty Flynn looks the danger. But it's beginning to tighten up. Iona McLeod, Kirsty Flynn, Emma Russell. This is anybody's. Iona McLeod, Kirsty Flynn, Emma Russell. That's how it finishes. 206.63. 207 dead for Kirsty Flynn. Emma Russell, 207.07. That was some finish there, Scott.
Yeah, that was a really good swim between those 3 girls. And a nip and tuck all the way through here. Iona, just that last turn, if you watch Iona McLeod off a turn into a transition, she's particularly good. She can just carry a lot of speed, and then she was able to do that down the last 50.
Ellie Turner, 210.60, a little bit further back in 4th, another youth squad member.
Yeah, it's nice to see Ellie in the freestyle final, to be honest. I always see her more of an IM backstroke swimmer. But again, a girl who works hard, really enjoys her swimming, and there's a lot of good friendships in between these girls.
There we have Megan Porteous from East Lothian swim team, 11-13-year-old bronze medalist. Morgan Anderson, Dundee City Aquatics, the 14-year-old bronze medalist. Jenna Cole, North Ayrshire in the 11-13-year-old category. Anya Slesser, Aberdeen Performance in the 14-year-old category. Andy Figgins, Scottish board member, doing these presentations, and head coach at East Kilbride. You know Andy very well, don't you, Scott?
Yeah, he's been really helpful for me when I've been looking at some training stuff with Sophie, with what obviously he's done with his freestyle girls. He's really knowledgeable.
So you see Kerry Gillespie, she's a very happy young lady, 11-13-year-old Scottish National Age Group Champion winner, and Katie Shannon beside her, the Scottish National Age Group Champion at 14. So that's presentations for the youngsters. We then get back to the action in the pool. 16-year-olds making their way over to the starting platforms. Let's get another medal of the pool battle between Georgina Dennis, Lauren Weatherall, and Alcaraz. Could be an interesting one in lane 6. So finalists are in lane 0. Flora Nichols from the Warner Baths Club. And Bruce St Thomas have a swimmer in lane 1. Know that swimmer well, Scott?
I do.
Anna McMillan, Serena Iguaram, City Glasgow in 2. Ellis Shields, nice to see her doing a 200 freestyle backstroke specialist from the O'Gines Bearsden. In lane 4, Georgina Dennis, Mount Kelly. Lauren Weatherall, City Glasgow goes in 5. Guy Alcaraz, Aberdeen Performance in 6. Rebecca Reid, Aberdeen Amateurs in 7. Karen Heath, Swim West Lothian in 8. Anna Young, South Ayrshire in 9. This is the 16-year-old 200 free final. Now Lauren Weatherall and Georgina Dennis. That's where the action might come from. But, Guy Alcaraz, talented all-rounder, could easily get involved in this one, and you never know what Ellis Shields could pull out.
Absolutely. I mean, Guy in particular is a gutsy swimmer, and Ellis, I had seen her earlier on this week, and she's been in really good form as well. So it'll be an interesting 200 free.
So we have at this early stage Georgina Dennis in 4, but it's Lauren Weatherall, Youth Development Squad member, second in this event last year, West District runner-up in the long course. She hits the wall first. Georgina Dennis, Youth Squad member from Mount Kelly, she actually won this last year. Lauren's been better over the longer distances, Georgina over the shorter distances.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting battle between the girls. Slightly different strokes as well. Lauren is long, Georgina's slightly shorter, but fast and powerful.
So 101.39, 101.40. This certainly has the makings of an exciting finish here. The two of them just beginning to pull away from the rest of the field. Alcaraz probably in 3rd place. And Serena Iguana in that blue cap in lane 2. Butterfly is probably her better stroke, but she's very useful in freestyle, Scott.
Again, she's another kid who can race well, and if you've got that ability, if you can race well, you get your head down and go for it. Sometimes it doesn't matter what stroke you have.
So just off that wall, 400, Lauren Weatherall 134.42, 142.46. This is Mount Kelly's victory, I think, down this final stretch. Georgina Dennis over the shorter distance, really beginning to motor now, Scott.
Yeah, and it's nice to see her pulling away a really strong final 50, but it is tightening up. A treat at second and third place.
All about third here at Glasgow, second and third, I think. That's how it finishes. It is indeed Georgina Dennis, 204.97. Fantastic last finish there. Lauren Weatherall, 207.26. And Serena Guaram, she just gradually built that up to come through and snatch 3rd place, 207.83.
She's another one, a really gutsy swimmer, and always seems to have a sense of fun about her. I always call her Smiley Serena, because every time I see her, she is smiling. Really nice kid.
So we now move on to our 17-18-year-old final. We have in lane 0, from first, Kristen Laurie. In 1, Orvin Adams, Dundee City Aquatics. Katie Smith, Warner Bass Club, goes in 2. Anna Fleming, City Glasgow, in 3. Ambrose St Thomas, swimmer in 4, Sophie Smith. Alice Alcaraz, Aberdeen Performance, 5. Machine Ramsey, Warner Bass Club, in 6. Kirsty Stewart from Aberdeen Amateurs goes in 7. Heart and Midlothians, Katie Taylor. Looks like the Heart swimmers have got some additional tattoos tonight in lane 8. And Sarah Anderson, Warner Bass, in 9. The road swimmers in 4. Sophie Smith, Youth Squad member. She'll be a strong fancy in this. Another very talented youngster. She's off to a good start here, Scott.
Yeah, I mean the 200 is becoming more and more of an event for Sophie. 400 too, and then obviously we had a really cracking 50 the other day as well. So she's got a great range of versatility. So 100 fly later on too, but you cannot discount some of the other swimmers in the pool. Anna Fleming, Alice Alcaraz, Roisin Ramsey. These are girls who are really talented as well.
Kirsty Stewart turning in second in lane 7. Kirsty's had some problems over the longer distances, so maybe the 200 will be one to suit her tonight. But, your girl's well clear.
Yes, my heart's going rather quickly at this point, but it'll be interesting to see what she turns in.
Alice Alcaraz coming through into 2nd place here. Let's see what the gap is. Sophie Smith, 1:00:26. Alice Alcaraz, 1:01:84, just over a second and a half back. Anna Fleming, senior silver squad member, in 3rd, 1:02:14. So you kind of fancy the medals will come from those middle 3 lanes. It's the field with a lot to do to get back in the mix.
It's pretty tight, still pretty tight. Don't discount Roisin. She's always been a good finisher, and she's been looking good on this 200 recently.
Well, as you say, Roisin actually won this last year.
I remember the race well. It was
a cracker, wasn't it?
Yeah. Her and Soph have had a good few battles recently.
Yes, 200, 400 have been nip and tuck. But as you say, Roisin Ramsey, nice to see the Warner girl come through strongly in the second half of the race. She's flying at the end. She always flies at the end.
She's always been a good
she's not going to catch Sophie. Sophie's taking this. Lovely to see Roisin Ramsey put in a good performance. She's going to take second, and Alice Alcaraz will get third. Sophie, 2:04.23. Probably not her fastest time, but gets the job done pretty effectively. Roisin Ramsey, 2:06.65 in second. Alice Alcaraz, 2:07.33. Well, maybe that's the wee spurt she actually needs.
A little bit of a confidence booster. Yeah, she certainly has had a tough few months, but a great friend of Sophie's.
2 youth squad members, and the last couple of years it's been, right, who's going to win this 400, heads or tails? It's on the day. There's hardly been anything to separate between the two of them, Scott. Nice to see Roisin coming back. So, medal presentation, as you can see, Hearts girl Emma Russell is the 15-year-old bronze medalist. Serena Guaram, I say smiley Serena in the podium in bronze medal position, City Glasgow. Kirsty Flynn, the silver medalist from Leatherhead, and City Glasgow. Lauren Weatherall, silver medalist in a 16-year-old. So our Scottish national age group champion from Dundee City Aquatics, Iona McLeod. Here's another very popular wee lass.
Absolutely, yeah.
Georgina Dennis, Mount Kelly, Scottish national age group champion in the 16-year category. Bronze medalist in the 17-18-year-old age group, Alice Alcaraz, Aberdeen Performance. Now Roisin Ramsey, silver medalist in the 17-18. And Scottish national age group champion in the 17-18, Sophie Smith, Arbroath St Thomas.
Well done to those girls who've just finished coming out and getting a medal and having a camera in their face, you know.
That's what it's all about though, Scott.
My goodness, quick turnaround there, and then some of them will be back in the pool later on. I know Sophie is obviously.
Some of them are back in butterfly, 50
yeah.
butterfly coming up soon, so I know a few of them that are in that one are back probably about 20 minutes, half an hour. So after the 200s, we dropped down to 100. So this, the boys, 100 freestyle. 11, 13-year-olds. Rory Gordon Gibson, Warner Baths in lane 0. Nikita McLean in 1. And in 2, David Kernahan, all Warner Baths. Lewis Sutherland in lane 3 from the Highland swim team, that green cap. East Lothian's Stefan Kravitz back in the pool. Lane 4. Duncan Young, South Ayrshire, goes in 5. William Storer, South Aberdeen in 6. Ruben Kelly, Dumfries in 7. Sam Sabwara, South Lanarkshire in 8. Dylan Cashmore, South Ayrshire in 9. It's the boys' 11, 13-year-old 100 freestyle final. Stefan Kravitz, 101.35. Duncan Young, South Ayrshire, 101.51. It's not his top event, Stefan. You still put your money probably on him in this one, Scott?
Yeah, well, he looks strong already. You know, it's going to be a tight one. These 100 freestyle races with these young boys, you know, you'll have a whole variety of techniques. You'll have some swimmers swimming it 3 different ways, but no doubt it will be just as fast as they can physically go through that pool.
Well, Duncan Young, South Ayrshire, Stefan Kravitz. There wasn't much between the two. Better turn there from Stefan there.
I like that. I like that stroke. That's pretty good from Duncan. Nice and long and smooth. His leg kick's good.
And coming down the last 20 or so is the Snowden lad. He's actually pulled away quite substantially. This is a big surprise.
Body length just there just
so
went.
Far.
Oh, that's impressive swimming. Really impressive.
So Stefan Kravitz, Duncan Young, and probably lane 6 is William Storer. Well, actually Lewis Sutherland, who just snatches it by 200ths. Well, Stefan Kravitz, he's just turned 12, 59.27.
That is impressive swimming.
Duncan Young, 1:00:52. You see Stefan. It just looks effortless, doesn't it, Scott?
Very impressive from that young man.
And getting up Lewis Sutherland just to take third from the Highland swim team. 1:02:35 by 200ths from William Storer.
Well done, Lewis. A good little support there from the Highland coaches over there. Great for them to be down here and seeing them compete so well.
It's great to see a mixture of medals getting spread all over the various clubs and composite teams. So we move on to our 14-year-olds. Cameron Gordon from Dumfries in 0. Corey Liverson, South Aberdeen in 1. Jamie Littlefield, Warner Bass in 2. Tony Anderson, City Glasgow in 3. Cameron Travis, Aberdeen Performance in 4. Rory McKinnon, Scotia in 5. Hamish McFarlane, Western Bartonshire in 6. Archie Dixon, Red 97. Sorry, Red 96 in 7. Aidan Ballantyne, East Lothian swim team goes in 8. And Craig McDonald, Western Bartonshire in 9. This is the 14-year-old 100 freestyle final. Cameron Travis, Rory McKinnon. Rory winner in the 50, Cameron 200, so he's going to prevail in this one. Tony Anderson, Hamish McFarlane, either side of them, and he might think otherwise.
Yeah, interesting start there. We had Cameron, who took a little bit longer underwater, and Rory, who just got up and swam. So interesting to see how this finishes.
And Rory McKinnon has almost a body length advantage. Let's see if anyone can pull that back. 26.86, 27.77. That's pretty impressive 50.
It certainly is. I mean, that's a body length he's taken out of those boys. And these boys, again, phenomenally talented athletes. Can he keep it going is the question.
Well, he's trying. Coming back at him. And certainly Cameron Travis and Tony Anderson. Tony Anderson and Cameron Travis. But Rory McKinnon's getting the job done. He's going to hold Tony Anderson and Cameron Travis. Well, that's the 1, 2, 3, 56.92.
That was a brave swim. It's go out hard and just hold on. 56. Very good.
Fantastic to see the Scotia team.
Yeah,
some useful young swimmers coming through.
Yeah, because we do see a lot of the bigger teams, our Warrender, City of Glasgow, and it is nice to see swimmers from smaller clubs also making their way through.
Scotia based just up the road from here in Bishop Briggs on the outskirts of Glasgow, so great to see that. Moving on to the 50-year-old final, we have Zach Patterson, Ren 96 in 0, Lewis Hammond, South Ayrshire in 1, Douglas Kelly from Mount Kelly in 2, Elliot Miller from First in 3, Miles Lapsley, West Lothian goes in 4, Cameron Allison, Dumfries in 5, Cameron Billsland, South Lanarkshire in 6, Mark Ford in 7 from City Glasgow, Graham Baird, Scotia in 8, and Adam Young, Dundee City Aquatics in 9. Well, Cameron Allison, Douglas Kelly back in the water again, so
yeah.
Will we have something in hand?
Anything left in the tank, yeah.
We wish them well. I wish everyone good success in this one, our 15-year-old final. Miles Lapsley, 55.58 from West Lothian, was the fastest in that blue cap in lane 4. He's got a pretty good start, although might just be lane 2. Douglas Kelly, who's making hay.
It's
Douglas over in lane 2 is their leader, I think, Scott.
It's pretty tight. If you look at these bottom lanes, these blue caps
No,
confuse us all.
Well, yeah, it's Mark Ford, the 5 specialist, looking pretty good on the freestyle here in lane 7, and coming down with 25 to go.
Oh, it's tight.
Oh, well, Miles Lapsley now in 4th coming through to challenge Douglas Kelly. Mark Ford at
Douglas
it's anybody's race here.
He's looking good. I think he's pulled away slightly.
Miles Lapsley
Miles
in
is there
4th,
too.
in lane 8, finishing very strongly. Graham Baird. Well, that was all over the place. Douglas Kelly 55-51, 55-58. Miles Lapsley. Graham Baird did get 3rd, 56-20. Well, I sort of wandered down to see the fast finishing Graham Baird, that we didn't quite get Douglas Kelly getting it just on the touch. Douglas over in lane 2, got off to a fantastic, and you can see him splashing the water.
Yeah.
He's really chuffed after the previous swim.
I have a lot of time for Douglas. I met him a couple of years ago at Youth Development Squad, and he is a super kid, and I know he's made a big move down to Mount Kelly. I spoke to him earlier on this week, and it seems to be working for him now, so it's good to see him swimming so well.
Yeah, sure Dad Sean will be delighted. Based originally with O'Gyan Beerstead with Adam Riley. So on to the medal presentations. Lewis Sutherland from the Highland Swim Team, the 11-13-year-old bronze medalist. Cameron Travis, Aberdeen Performance, our bronze medalist in the 14-year-old category. Duncan Young, South Ayrshire, 11-13-year-old silver medalist. Tony Anderson, I think he looks pretty pleased at getting a silver in the 14-year-old category. Always about winning, it's about getting a good performance.
Exactly.
And getting a medal is a big bonus. Sir Scottish National Age Group Champion from East Lothian Swim Team, Stefan Kravitz. And representing Scotia, our Scottish National Age Group Champion in the 14-year-old category is Rory McKinnon. Well done, lads.
Some really good smiles on there. That's nice to see them enjoying that moment.
Great camaraderie, you know, shaking hands and everything. That's what it's all about, Scott.
Absolutely right, yeah. I am loving that.
Is that I think that might be Sandra O'Neill Goulsom's mum. She didn't have that on in the coaches' room earlier on, Scott, but
no, she did not. Although I think Gordon Glasgow has a lot to answer for. When I saw him in Arara, Scott, I think it was earlier on this week.
So we move on to our 6-year-old final. We have Joe Ewing, Launder Bass in lane 0. Ryan Robertson, the City of Glasgow in 1. Louis Lawler, City Glasgow in 2. Liam McLaughlin, Launder Bass Club goes in lane 3. Greg Fairbairn, North Lanarkshire in 4. Darius Miskovitz from Elgin in 5. Oscar Smiley, South Ayrshire in 6. John Keane, West Lothian in 7. Alistair Dunns, West Lothian 8. Keir Buchanan, South Lanarkshire in lane number 9. Now, Liam McLaughlin in 3, winner of the distances in the freestyle, the 400 and up. Greg Fairbairn, the 200. Well, he's back in the pool, Greg. He'll be a wee bit disappointed losing out to Rory Dixon earlier on, but
perhaps
has the opportunity to make amends, perhaps. The Elgin lad, Darius Miskovitz, I'm sure he'll have something to say about that one.
Yeah. Well, he's got a lovely, makes it look pretty effortless on all his strokes, and he's got a good steel determination about him. So it'll be interesting to see how he responds to him. What might have been a disappointing swim earlier on tonight. He's looking good so far.
So coming down to the halfway mark, advantage with Greg from Darius and Oscar Smiley in 5 and 6.
Really good turn there from Greg. Didn't breathe in going to the wall, carried over good speed.
And I think he looks as though he's going to make amends. He is clear, but Liam McLaughlin is coming back at him in lane 3. This is going to be pretty tight. Greg Fairbairn and Liam McLaughlin, and also John Keane in 3rd. Greg's just going to hold him. Gutsy finish there from Greg, just to hold that late challenge from Liam McLaughlin. 54.27, 54.58. John Keane from lane 7, 55.63.
Yeah, well done, John Keane.
Exactly.
Breaststroker.
Yeah, a very strong swim from John.
Absolutely. It's nice to see Keir Buchanan outside lane there, Alistair Dunce as well, both outside lanes coming through at the end. I think Keir, was he not in a swim-off for this earlier on today?
I'm not sure. I
had visioned him doing a swim-off.
I was a little bit late getting here.
Yes, he did.
But if you say that happened, I'm sure it happened.
Andrew Arthur and him, I'm sure it was.
So moving on to our 17-18-olds, we have Duncan McKinney, City Glasgow in 0, Maxwell Cattermole, Arbroath St Thomas goes in 1, Scott Province, City of Salford in 2, Fraser Agnew, Aberdeen Performance in 3, Archie Goodburn, Border Bass in 4, Joe Watt, City Glasgow in 5, Border Bass, Sonny Kennedy in 6, Dylan Somerville, South Lanarkshire 7, teammate Andrew McIntosh in 8, Angus Nichol, City Glasgow in 9. Well, Andrew McIntosh, breaststroke specialist in 8. Can he emulate what John Keane did in the last one and get into the medal position? The next 50 odd seconds will tell us. So Archie going for win number 10. Off to a good start here, Scott.
He certainly is, yeah. He's already about a body length ahead of the boys.
Fraser Agnew and Joe Watt either side of him have been having to settle for the scraps, the second and third. That's a good burn from Joe Watt, Sonny Kennedy and Fraser Agnew, third and fourth. At the moment, Archie has got this under control from Joe Watt. Those two at the moment need to be good for first and second. And coming down the final 15, Archie Goodburn has this well under control. Joe Watt still second. So let's see how this finishes. Archie Goodburn, Joe Watt, and in third place Fraser Agnew. It's been very much about those three lads in the freestyle over the last 5 days. 51.76 for Archie. It's about a second and a half faster than they did in the heats. That's certainly what you usually find. These lads so experienced, they do enough to make the final and then pull it out in the evening.
Look at that, not a lot again between from 4th through to 8th. Really, really tight.
So that concludes our 100 freestyle. We move to presentations again. We start with the 15 and 16-year-olds. That's those medals they're going to get around their neck very shortly. Scotia back on the podium in the bronze medal position with Graham Baird. So he's the 15-year-old bronze medalist, the 16-year-old bronze medalist, John Keynes from West Lothian. Silver medalist, from West Lothian, it's Miles Lapsley. Wonder Bass, Liam McLaughlin, silver medalist in the 16-year-old age group. And Scottish National Age Group champion from Mount Kelly is Douglas Kelly. Well done, Douglas. And our 6-year-old National Age Group champion from North Lanarkshire, Greg Fairbairn. Doing those presentations is Alan Fletcher, Scottish Amateur Association's past president. Many past presidents we have at these championships.
It's one of the bonuses, I suppose, of being a past president. You get to hand out the medals.
You get the chance to hand out medals, and Alan's been doing a sterling job getting all our competitors lined up for their medal presentations. So we have the Runner, the bronze medalist, Fraser Agnew from Aberdeen Performance. Silver medalist, Joe Watt from City Glasgow. This is the 17-18-year-old category. And we've managed to make it 10 out of 10. Archie Goodburn, Scottish National Age Group Champion, Warner Baths.
Yeah, mighty impressive swimming from Archie Goodburn. 10. I mean, wow. Unbelievable.
Well, he does enjoy swimming in this pool, Scott.
He does. I would have to say a little nod to his sister as well, Katie, who I've worked with over the past 2 years at YDS, and it was really good to see her. It's always under the shadow, I suppose, of her brother, but she's been swimming really well too.
We've been having a wee bit banter, saying a bit of bragging rights on our nights, because Katie has been performing extremely well, as you see, Scott, this weekend. So nice to see Katie getting on the podium a number of times, and not taking too much of a ribbing from her brother. So on to the girls 100 breaststroke. We have Rachel Saunders, Warner Baths in 0, Millie Milne from Warner Baths in 1, Martha Reeves, Mingus Hill in 2, Sophie Bain, Aberdeen Performance in 3, Jess Procast from Carlisle Aquatics in 4, Sashka Wade, City Glasgow 5, Louisa Stoddart, East Lothian in 6, Kirsty Whitlow, O'Gynbearst in 7, Catriona Stewart from Helensburgh in 8, Amber Stevenson, South Ayrshire in 9, Jess Procast, Sashka Wade, Louisa Stoddart in 4, 5 and 6. I've been first, second and third in the breaststroke so far. Let's see how this one goes. Looks like Sashka with the early advantage, Scott, in lane 5.
Yeah, it'll be interesting again with lots of different styles. We'll probably see these girls are still so young and they're developing, they're getting stronger, they're getting taller. It'll be interesting to see what the technique will look like, particularly underwater.
You can see Jess Procast just beginning to pull into the lead at the halfway mark from Sashka Wade. Kirsty Whitlow, O'Gynbearst Denwell there, along with Sophie Bain. Louisa Stoddart turning in 5th. It's been 1 and 2, nip and tuck, Jess Procast and Sashka Wade, and it same again tonight. Still a little between the two, Scott.
Yeah,
still an advantage with Jess.
Yeah, she seems to just have a slightly better back end speed here. She's pulled away slightly there from Sashka. Nice compact stroke, not wasting a lot of energy.
Sophie Bain now pulled into 3rd, so Jess Procast, it's a hat-trick of breaststroke wins. Sashka Wade will take 2nd, and Sophie Bain, she'll be very pleased to get up and get 3rd place, get on that podium. So Jess Procast 1:16.05, Sashka Wade 1:17.92, Sophie Bain 1:18.56. So there's the finish, Scott.
You can just see that she's spotting the wall. She wants to try and finish, not full extension, just about there, and good force on the wall. That was a nice finish. Yeah, she's pulled out only a couple seconds there at the end. Decent.
Yeah, she won it pretty comfortably. You would have expected a bit of a tighter finish there. So we move on to the 50-year-olds. We have Georgia Officer from Elgin in 0. Jennifer Murray, North Ayrshire, goes in 1. Emma McPartland from Perth City in 2. Her teammate Ola Stanton in 3. Ellie Riley. Are there any tattoos on the Harps girl? We'll find out in a wee minute. Camera's just panning over. My apologies, this is the 14-year-olds. one ahead of us. Molly Cannon, Inverclyde in 0. Yasmin Ali, Warner Baths 1. Katie Shannon, City Glasgow 2. Lucy Trotter, Warner Baths 3. Amy Watson, Inverclyde 4. Sophie Hull, Warner Baths 5. Sophie Main, Mount Kelly in 6. Kira Steriker, South Ayrshire 7. Karen Johnson, Warner Baths 8. Neve Green, Dumfries in 9. So wind back, and Amy Watson in 4. Seems to have got up to a pretty good start here, Scott. And leads.
Yeah, I must admit, the only girl I really know in this race is Katie, so I'm quite looking forward to this, to see who's going to come through. It looks good so far in the middle lanes. Nice tempo, nice rhythm. We'll see how she approaches the wall. A bit high.
And off that turn, Amy Watson, Inverclyde swimmer, 35.42. She's been very impressive this week. Another small club in the West District, producing some very good swimmers. And at the moment, Katie Shanahan, you can see over in lane 2, coming through very strongly indeed. And it is indeed Katie Shanahan. And from lane 2, she's got this one won. Amy Watson in second, finishing very strongly in lane number 7. Is sixth. Sophie Main rather in 6th. Katie Shanahan 1:14.80 out of lane 2. Amy Watson 1:16.41, and Sophie Main from Mount Kelly 1:17.70 in 3rd place.
Well, she just came out of nowhere on that second 50. I mean, what a racer. I think she wanted that gold.
It looked that way. Yeah, she was a little bit back early doors, came through very, very strongly in the last 40 metres or so, and pulled well clear. So Katie Shanahan, Amy Watson and Sophie Main are 1, 2, 3. On to our 15-year-olds, Georgia Officer, and it is the 15-year-olds. Elgin in 0, Jennifer Murray, North Ayrshire in 1, Emma McPartland, Perth City in 2, teammate Ola Stanton in 3, in lane 4, Ellie Riley with the tattoos. Also with the tattoos, Wonder Baths, Katie Goodburn. Grace Robertson, her teammate in 6, Jenny Galloway, also from Warner in 7, Ellie Forsyth, South Lanarkshire in 8, and Ava Simpson, Dumfries in 9. Well, the 200, it was Ellie Riley, Katie Goodburn and Jenny Galloway had a good battle some way back in 2nd and 3rd. At over 100, Katie Goodburn will certainly give Hearts girl Ellie Riley a battle.
Well, I mean, it was a really good start from Katie. Let's laying a marker down or what? But Ellie's breaststroke, it is impressive.
Well, the Hearts girl is pretty strong down this section, doing particularly well now.
Two slightly different styles as well. Katie's head hardly moves, whereas Ellie, that head does move slightly more.
Ellie Riley won this last year and 4th in the British Championships. 2nd over in Geneva in the youth final, and she's maintaining an advantage from Katie Goodburn, who finished 2nd in this last year, and that's the order at the moment. But Katie Goodburn fighting back, Scott. Not much between the two.
Definitely not. She's up that stroke rate a little bit, but Ellie's just got a lovely timing to the stroke there.
Ellie Riley just holding up. It looks as though it might be Ola Stanton in 3 who's going to take 3rd place. So, 2 girls from Edinburgh, Warner Bass and Hearts, 1, 2, Perth Cities, Ola Stanton in 3rd, 1:13.36, 1:13.99. Pretty fast times there, Scott. Ola Stanton 1:17.56.
I mean, that's a good swim there from Ola from Team Perth City. I'm sure Anne will be delighted at that. She's just recently moved from Kinross. But yeah, 4-second gap. Oof. That was a nice race between Katie and Ellie.
Do you think she's watching the live stream over in the Gold Coast?
Well, she's certainly texting me pictures of her looking at Lamborghinis and things. I think she's doing that just to rub salt into the wound, to be fair.
So our bronze medalist, Sophie Bain from Aberdeen Performance, and 11 13-year-olds. Sophie Main from Mount Kelly. The 14s, Nashka Wade City Glasgow, our silver medalist in 11.13s. Amy Watson from Inverclyde. She's a silver medalist in the 14-year-old category. It's a hat-trick of breaststroke victories for this young lady. Jess Procas from Carlisle Aquatics, a national age group champion at 13. And national age group champion, 14-year-olds, Katie Shannon, City of Glasgow. And the lady doing these presentations, another past president of Scottish Amateur Swimming Association, Gina Logan. A good crowd in tonight, Scott.
It certainly is. I think the buzz even last night when the lights went off, it's been really, really good. Nice atmosphere, good with the relays. Lots of loud music being played by Lewis Smith in particular, and the Warrender team. It's a good atmosphere for the kids. That's what it should be about. It should be fun.
Now on to our 16-year-old final. Alice Meldrum, South Lanarkshire, goes in 0. Kirsty Peng in 1 from the Mordor Bass Club. Dundee City Aquatics, Nicole Reynolds in lane 2. East Lothians, Bridget Luzier in 3. Lucy Ross, South Lanarkshire, goes in lane number 4. Yvonne Brown, teammate, goes in 5. Grace Kidman, Aberdeen Performance 6. Louisa Edmonds, Mount Kelly 7. Erin Snow, South Lanarkshire 8. Kirsten Russell, East Lothian in 9. And Bridget 3 was winner over on the 50. Yvonne Brown winner on 200. Lucy Ross between them, the youth squad member. On paper should be the strong fancy. You'd expect Yvonne Brown will certainly come through very strong at the death.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Yvonne Brown because she is obviously not as big and as strong as those girls, but does she get herself through that water? I mean, that 200 breaststroke that was on the other day, it was just really impressive. But say Lucy, this is her favourite event, I think. She's strong, she's got a lovely technique, good rhythm, but it's pretty tight between her. Is that Grace?
Grace Kidman in 6 going well. Bridget has turned 3rd. She really has to be up there, probably ahead at the 50 if she's going to have any chance. This is where Lucy Ross should start pulling ahead, but not much in it at the moment. This has got a tight finish here. Grace Kidman still there. Here comes Yvonne Brown trying to get herself into the mix, but she's left it a bit late, I think. Grace Kidman now in lane 6, and Bridget Lemousurier. Lucy Ross not finding anything at all. Bridget Lemousurier in lane 3, and Grace Kidman in 6.
Oh,
Lucy Ross finishing strongly. Bridget, I think, got that from Lucy. She did indeed. 1:13.23. Lucy Ross just getting her second win, but not enough. 1:13.52 in second, and Grace Kidman 1:13.77 in 3rd. Well, that's probably the closest we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, Lucy, that last few strokes coming back pretty strong. Bridget had got her neck ahead just before the flags, and not to be discounted. Grace, good swim from her as well. 1:13.77. All those girls, very, very good.
Certainly wouldn't have called that at the turn. If anything, Bridget maybe had been told don't go out too fast that first 50, just try and keep something left in the tank. I'm sure Bruce had a little word with her beforehand and said just keep it together, and she certainly did there, Scott.
Yes, she did, but as we know with swimmers, sometimes they will not, they just forget what you tell them and they go in and swim. Sometimes for good, sometimes for not.
Okay, on to our 17, 18-year-olds. Swimmer in lane 0 is Hannah Fennick from Aberdeen Amateurs. Jennifer Storm, Aberdeen Performance, goes in lane 1. Anya Reid from 1st in 2. Elsa McDonald, Northampton, in lane 3. In lane 4, Katie Robertson, South Ayrshire. Yasmin Smith, South Main, in 5. Orla Edwards, Aberdeen from Alfredotter, other in lane 6. Zoe McDonald, Mulgine Bearsden, in 7. Naomi Van Dongen from Rushmore Rolls in 8. Katie McKenzie, City Glasgow at 9. Now, Katie Robertson should be a very strong fancy.
Yeah.
It's very much you would think about second place.
She is something. She's a phenomenal breaststroker. I really like watching her swim. Really, she just knows what she's doing so well.
Another swimmer off to the European Juniors.
Nice, off to Helsinki soon. Yep. Just that power and that reach. Just adjusting the stroke slightly into the turn.
Katie second at the British Championships. Winner here last year up at Aberdeen where it was held. Marla Edwards, Yasmin Smith in 6 and 5, hold second and third, but your camera shot has
a lovely shot there of Katie. Just nice power, nice rhythm. It's making it look quite effortless. It's a lovely stroke.
It's all about second place here. Anya Reid in 2, well there. In 6, Marla Edwards, Jasmine Smith in 5 as Katie takes that. It looks as though it's going to be all Edwards and Jasmine Smith. Just ahead of Anya Reid. 1:09.79.
That's a new shot. Haven't seen that one this week.
Well, 1:09.79. Just check that time. I've written it down, Scott, for reference. Marla Edwards 1:14.26, 1:14.32. Jasmine Smith very tight. Anya Reid 1:14.55.
Duncan, Audrey, is that a Scottish National Age Group record?
Come back to that last event, but presentations here. Ola Stanton, Perth City, you talked about a wee moment ago there. She's on the podium, bronze
looking
medalist
really happy with that.
In the 15-year-old category. Grace Kidman, Aberdeen Performance, the bronze medalist. There we have Katie Goodburn, silver medalist rather, in the 15-year-old category. Lucy Ross, well, Lucy, runner-up, silver medalist in the 16-year-old category. And Harta Midlothian back on the #1 position in this breaststroke with Ellie Riley. Another real surprise that she took that on the 100. Katie Goodburn gave her a good race. And our 6-year-old champion, National Age Group champion. Fantastic swim there for Bridget Missouri from East Lothian.
Lovely little cheer there when she got her medal.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it's been good to see. I mean, Swim East Lothian, what are they, 5th overall in points?
They're lying 6th. I think they've been, I wouldn't say in the doldrum, but they've been a bit...
yeah, obviously just the change from
back.
when Matt left to go to Edinburgh Uni and Bruce taking over, you know. But he's got a really good team round him. That's good to see.
So, Aspen Smith, bronze medalist. Marla Edwards, silver medalist. Smith Main Alpharota. And Katie Robertson, 17-18-year-old Scottish National Age Group champion from South Ayrshire. That time, 1:09.79, is a new Scottish National Age Group 60-year-old record.
Impressive stuff. Sunday night, after a long week. She's not long had the British Championships where she qualified for the European Juniors, so that is a really impressive swim from Katie.
It's the first one Katie's done for a little while. I don't know if that's one that maybe older sister might have held.
Who knows?
You never know. You never know. We only know that the previous record was 1:10.05, so it's pretty impressive to take a big chunk off that. And of course, Katie's birthday later in the year. I know these ages are as of the 31st of December. So although Katie is registered this year as a 17-year-old, she'll have a few more opportunities to take that record
to lower that
down a little bit
yep,
lower.
Yep.
So we move to the other end of the pool. We conclude this evening with 50s. We start with 50 backstroke for the 11-13-year-olds. We have Angus Johnson, Western Bartonshire in 1. His teammate Mackenzie Marwick in lane 1, in 0, and then in 1. Mackenzie is David Kernahan in 2 from Wonderbass. Travis Davey, Dundee City Aquatics in 3. Ewan McLeod from Crawley in 4. Wood Carroll, Forest in 5. Lucas Brown, Elgin in 6. Hatton Midlothian's Jack Brown in 7. Seth Knox, North Lanarkshire in 8. And Roddy Gordon Gibson, Wonderbass in 9. Travis Davey in 3 has already got himself on the podium in the backstroke. This is very, very open. It's all important to get a good start.
Oh, absolutely, particularly with these backstroke ledges. We don't want to be underwater for too long. We don't want to be not underwater enough. It's about getting that timing right.
Ewan McLeod in 4, I think, got off to a very good start. Just see also Mackenzie Marwick with that distinct reddish cap or Western Barton. It might just be Mackenzie over on that opposite side from where we are. This is tightening up. This is anybody's race. Seth Knox in 8. Looks as though it's perhaps lane 4, 6 and 3 perhaps. That's how it is. Ewan McLeod from Crawley in 4. Lucas Brown from Elgin in 6. Travis Davey, Dundee City Aquatics in 3. It's not a bad call, Scott.
Not a bad. No, I think it's that finish there. If you just watch the finish in the centre lane, it was smooth. He didn't slow down. He knew where the wall was and he went for it. I'm pretty happy at the end too. Good result.
32, 56, 32, 88 and 33, 02 times. Right, move on to our 14-year-old final. We have in lane 0 from Warner Bass, Alex Thompson. Ewan Duns from West Lothian in 1. Callum Dunn, South Ayrshire in 2. 3, Jake Kirkham from First. 4, Cameron Travis, Aberdeen Performance. Sam Glass, Warner Bass in 5. King McDonald, Western Bartonshire in 6. Rudy McKinnon, Scotia in 7. Blair Johnson, Mulgine Bearstown in 8. Derek Siggins from Aberdeen Performance in lane 9. This is the 14-year-old 50 backstroke final. Cameron Travis, Aberdeen Performance, the only swimmer sub 32nd. He looked very impressive this afternoon in those heats.
Well, you have to fancy him under the sub 30 at 14. That's good.
Jake Kirkham in 3. It's probably Jake's strongest event in the backstroke. Sam Glass, Warner Bass also was pretty impressive. So can they challenge the Aberdeen lad? Cameron Travis off to a very strong start already, with Jake Kirkham and Sam Glass a little bit behind. So the advantage still with Cameron Travis, Jake Kirkham and Sam Glass. And that's where the medals are coming from. Jake Kirkham in 3rd, Cameron Travis, Sam and Jake. In fact, it was Jake and Sam very, very deceptive when you get that last stroke in the arm under the water. It's all about getting it spot on.
You could just, I know we're not seeing the start, but I think it would be fair to say Cameron's start, if you get to watch that back, you'll see the difference that this start made. He was underwater for much longer, but maintained the momentum. There, he had more energy at the end.
So 29.82, 30.32, 30.33, 100 separating 2nd and 3rd. Jake Kirkham taking silver from Sam Glass in 3rd place. So on to our 50-year-olds, we have in lane 0 Marcus Scullion from Winchester, Keir Lumsden, Monty Fief in 1, Jack Munsey, Perth City in 2, Adam Young, Dundee City Aquatics in 3, Mark Ford, City Glasgow in 4, Will McBurney, Dumfries in 5, Josh Aspinall, Warner Bass 6, Elliot Miller from 1st and 7, Jamie Ferguson with loaded 8, Sean Craigmile, East Lothian in lane number 9. You don't often see a swimmer from Montefife in these finals.
No,
Scott.
and he's an ex-pupil of mine. So yeah, and Kerr trains with me a few times a week. It's nice to see 3 Midland swimmers in there. This is Kerr's second final this week. Had the 100 fly earlier on.
Jack Munsey, second in the backstroke. 100 I think it was, so Matt Ford will be a strong fancy though. As you said earlier on, Matt Ford, good underwater work there to start maintaining that stroke. Halfway mark. So it looks as though it's Matt Ford with the advantage from Owen McBurney from Dumfries at 5. It's another tight finish. Matt Ford, Owen McBurney, third place perhaps, Josh Aspinall, Matt Ford, Owen McBurney, and it was Josh Aspinall. So nice 4, 5 and 6, 28.41 for Mark, Owen McBurney 28.87, Josh Aspinall 29.41. Do you fancy Mark actually won that as well at the start?
Yeah, I mean again, we spend a lot of time as coaches working on that underwater phase. I mean, we know fly kick, 5th stroke we call it, and you can see for Mark it just pays dividends if they get that tempo right, and he did. That was pretty impressive there for Mark.
So we go back to medal presentations. This will be for the 11-13s and our 14-year-olds. And last night you heard this gentleman, Duncan McKinnell, Derek McGowan.
He switched the lights off yesterday.
It was his fault, that's why he's not with us tonight.
Yeah, but kicked him off.
Yeah. So our bronze medalist, Travis Davey from Dundee City Aquatics, the 11-13-year-olds. Sam Glass, Warner Bass in the 14-year-olds. Jake Kirkham in the 14-year-olds there, with Marcus Brown from Elgin in the 11-13-year-old category. Scottish National League Group champions, 11-13-year-olds. Ewan McLeod, Cameron's just disappeared from there. Cameron and Travis from Aberdeen Performance. There we have the 6 lads. Problem with the camera there. And good to see handshakes all around, as we always see.
It's actually been quite nice having this big podium with the presentations together like that. Someone looks delighted.
Yeah,
well done.
I think that's Jake Kirkham from first, lad from Grangemouth in central Scotland, so very happy young man. So back to the other end of the pool for our 6-year-old final. Craig Mellon from East Lothian goes in 0. Ian Rose, Warner Bass in 1. Lewis Heasley, Red 96 in 2. Liam Harkin first goes in 3. Conor Massey, City Glasgow in 4. Alexander Harris, Stirling Swim in 5. Fraser Molson, Midlothian goes in lane number 6. Gazan O'Neill, West Lothian in 7. Liam McLaughlin, Warner Bass in 8. Craig Yearley from first goes in lane number 9. Conor Massey, the only one under 28 seconds. Alexander Harris, 28.70. Both of these under the 29, so you fancy that should be where the
action
1
will
and
be.
2 should come from. Let's see how important start. Good start, I think, there from Liam Harkin in 3.
Yeah, he's pretty good off the wall, Liam, at the start. He's got that power.
Alexander Harris in 5, similar start. He's really beginning to motor now down the final 15 metres. Alexander Harris has got this one sewn up. Conor Massey in 4, Liam Harkin in 3. That looks to be the 1, 2, 3, and that's how it finishes. Alexander Harris saved it all the heats. 27.93. Forced to get off to a good start. 28.41 for Conor Massey. Start did him in. 20.99 in 3rd place. Wasn't a very good start really there from Conor. Gave himself too much to do.
Yeah, I'm just watching all the backstroke there. There's a lot of water. Arms and legs are going. That stroke rate from this race and the previous race is pretty impressive. It'll be interesting to see what the older boys manage.
Those older boys, the other end of the pool now. In lane 0 we have from City Glasgow, Thomas Balfour. Western Bartonshire's Michael Irwin goes in lane 1. Callum Chittleborough, Warner Bass in 2. Keir Edgar from first in 3. Scott Gibson, South Lanarkshire in 4. Joe Watt, City Glasgow 5. Ian Lovey from the Brook in 6. Jamie McDonald, Warner Bass in 7. Carol Barrett, Western Bartonshire in 8. And Lawrence Campbell, City Glasgow goes in 9. Scott Gibson's already got 2 of these backstroke events. Some of the girls were going for a hat trick last night. Some of them failed that. Scott Gibson will still fancy him very strongly in this one.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he's been swimming well recently. It's been good to see. He's a good lad, Scott. Great name too.
Absolutely. Senior Silver Squad member, second in this event last year, Breaststroke champion, and he's got off to a flyer here.
Wow, he's about body length ahead there.
Joe Watt and Keir Edgar behind him in the other events, and Lawrence Campbell in lane 9, well there, and this is Scott, lane 5 and 9 perhaps. Oh, that's all over the place. Well, pick out anything from 2nd through to 8th here. Scott Gibson 26.24. Thomas Balfour over on that far side 27.95. Joe Watt 28.01. Ties with Lawrence Campbell at 9. Well, I called 9 and 5, but sneaking over that far side, camera wasn't quite showing us that. The eye wasn't showing it either.
It's nice to see Thomas up there. Well done.
So 26.24, 27.95 and 28.01 dead heat. Let's hope they've got an extra bronze medal in the pile.
I'm sure they'll find one somewhere.
I think that's the first time we've actually had a dead heat of any sort on the podium.
Wow.
Certainly had dead heats of swimmers in the heats going into finals, having swim-offs.
Well, one of my swimmers in the 800 earlier on today, dead heat. I think 5th overall, dead heat after 9 minutes of swimming.
So Josh Aspinall, Warner Bass, the bronze medalist in the 15-year-old category. Liam Harkin from first in the 60-year-old category. Owen McBurney, Dumfries in the 50-year-old category. And Conor Massey in the 60-year-old category. And Scottish National Age Group champion. Very unassuming young man, Mark Ford from the City of Glasgow, Scott.
Yeah, he's. I like Mark. He's got a good attitude on him. He looked a bit disappointed after that 50, but he looks a bit happier there.
And Alexander Harris from Stirling Swim. They've also had a good week.
Absolutely have. Yeah, I was speaking to Kerry earlier on this week. It's nice to see. They had some good relays early doors and set them up well.
So Alexander Harris, Scottish National champion in the 60-year-old category. So we have joint thirds. Joe Watt and Lawrence Campbell, both from the City of Glasgow. City of Glasgow again.
Yeah, this is a bit unfair. What's happening?
And dare I say it, Scott Gibson had also a blue cap on, but it's the South Lanarkshire cap. And I think he'll be pleased that this man got on the podium. 3 times Scottish National Group champion on the backstroke. Of course, that's certainly Scott's 40.
Well, he's taken a year out after school. He's going to university after the summer, and he wanted this year to just concentrate on his swimming. And he's had some really good swims out in Geneva. He was really impressive as well, and it's good to see that. That's hard work has paid off.
So that concludes all the boys' events for the 5 days. We go back to the other end of the pool for 50s again. It's the 50 butterfly. It's the 11, 30-year-olds. Rosie Robertson, Perth City goes in 0. In lane 1, East Lothians, Louisa Stoddart. Saskia Wade, City Glasgow in 2. Emma DeVette, West Lothian Swim in 3. Emma Mill, Highland Swim Team in 4. Millie Mill, Warner Baths in 5. Jory Horn, South Lanarkshire goes in lane 6. Drew Mackenzie, West Lothian in 7. Holly Lumsden, Harton and Lothian goes in 8. And in lane 9, Aberdeen Dolphins, Katie Campbell. Well, this is very much up for grabs. Emma Mill from Highland, 30.84. Can we get the Highland swim team?
That'd be good. That'd be nice for Jimmy and his team. Yeah,
place. It'd be lovely.
yeah.
Jimmy Orr and his team. Next 30 seconds, we'll find out. Certainly Emma has given herself half a chance. She got a good start there, Scott, in lane 4. She's in up there.
I'm watching this Money Feast swimmer as well. So obviously Lucy was one of the reserves, has got into the final too, which is great to see.
So going well. Louisa Stoddart in lane 1, East Lothian swimmer, and lane Emma DeVette in 3. Louisa Stoddart, Emma DeVette, and Emma Milne. It was Louisa Stoddart, it was Emma DeVette, 30.45, 30.87. Emma Milne pipped by Holly Lumsden from Harton and Lothian in lane 8, 31.02.
I like that swim from Louisa. Lovely swim. Nice stroke, good rhythm. Another East Lothian gold.
Absolutely. And, a wee surprise, Holly Lumsden from Hearts, 31.02. That's going to be a big surprise probably for the Hearts contingent, getting one of the swimmers from lane 8 getting on the podium. Be chuffed to bits with that. Using Stoddart, East Lothian again, pulling out the stops in that one. On to our 14-year-olds. Faith Huda from South Aberdeenshire in 0. Iona Wilson, East Lothian, goes in 1. Ella Yule, South Aberdeenshire in 2. Natalie Jones, Warner Bass 3. Anya Slesser, Aberdeen Performance 4. Lucy Grieve, South Ayrshire 5. Amy Watson, Inverclyde 6. Jessica Kahn, Aberdeen Dolphins goes in 7. Sophie Hull, Warner Bass 8. Scarlett Ferris, Dundee City Aquatics in 9. Anya Slesser, winner of the 200. Lucy Grieve, winner of the 100. Who's going to take the 50? Either of those two, or can Amy Watson from Inverclyde, Natalie Jones, Warner Baths do something special in this one? Just kind of have to fancy the two in the middle lanes. The strong favourites in this one, Scott.
Yeah, Anya's a strong swimmer. You might not see that from camera, but she is strong. Now look at that start there from Lucy Grieve. It was pretty impressive.
She got quite a distance off the wall before she even got into her stroke, and it's Lucy Grieve being challenged. Natalie Jones in 3, Lucy in lane 4, and Anya Slesser in 4 rather. Anya Slesser, Lucy Grieve on the touch. Who got that?
That was close.
Oh my goodness. Anya Slesser 29.04. Lucy Grieve 29.12. Well, this just did look like Anya Slesser was going to take that.
Well, she did have it.
It was
and then Lucy just came.
Coming.
Yeah.
Oh, very close for third. Natalie Jones did indeed get third, 30.10.
And well done, Scarlett Ferris.
Did.
Outside lane, 4th.
So as it was last year, Anya Slesser winning that. Lucy Grieve finishing in 2nd. So we move back to the other end to introduce our swimmers for the 50-year-olds. From South Aberdeenshire in lane 0, Caitlin Rosie. Kirsty Flint Leatherhead goes in 1. Elaine Murray from the Brock in 2. Eve Corrigan, Warner Bass in 3. Emma Russell, Hart and Midlothian in 4. Ellie Turner, Carnegie in 5. Elise Fitzgerald, South Lanarkshire in 6. Alexandra Murray, from Warner Bass Club in 7. Iona McLeod, Dundee City Aquatics in 8. Morven Lister, Carnegie goes in 9. So these girls, some of them not doing the preferred stroke, but making the butterfly
It's
final.
a good mix here of of swimmers. Many of them have had lots of swims as well, you know. Be interesting to see who can make a good start here.
Ellie Turner, Emma Russell, 2 fastest from the heats. Emma Russell, if anything, probably got the slightly better start.
Definitely did. I think we've got a Warrender cap up there. Eva Corrigan,
for
nice start too.
Elaine Murray from the Brocken, 2's going very well. She's certainly well up there along with Emma Russell. Elaine Murray, Emma Russell, Elaine Murray, Ellie Turner, rather, Emma Russell. Was Elaine Murray from the Brock? She had a super swim the other night, the 50 back, I think it was. 29.43, Ellie Turner 29.52, Emma Russell 29.63.
Look at that finish
there.
Yeah, head down, fantastic, good start, nice stroke. I think she's just recently changed clubs as well. I know her coach quite well. That's a really good result for the Broch. 29.43.
Yeah, nice to see the smaller clubs
absolutely
getting up there and showing what they can do.
I think that's Elaine's mum there with the glasses, and Coach Sarah just at the back there.
So medal presentation is being done by the current SASA president, Alison Lowe. So Holly Lumsden, 11-13-year-old bronze medalist. Natalie Jones from the Wonder Bass Club, 14-year-old bronze medalist. Emma DeVet from West Lothian, who's our silver medalist, 11-13-year-olds. And Lucy Greaves, South Ayrshire, silver medalist in the 14-year-olds. Scottish National Age Group champion. A big cheer again from the East Lothian swim team. There is Louisa Storart. It's not just the boys that are performing, the girls are doing exceptionally well.
It's good to see that.
And Scottish National Age Group champion, 14-year-olds from Aberdeen Performance, Anya Slessor. Looking very photogenic there.
All in white.
So 2 more finals coming up. As you can see, hashtag Snags 2018. Probably got about 20 minutes or so to give us any further messages. So on to our 16-year-old final. Another very open contest. Hannah Young, South Ayrshire goes in 0. Lucy Ross, South Lanarkshire in 1. Charlie McDougall, Aberdeen Performance in 2. Rachel Gillespie, Guy Bearsden in 3. Serena Guaram, City Glasgow in 4. Hayley Redpath, Midlothian in 5. Guy Alcaraz, Aberdeen Performance in 6. Vaughan Brown, South Lanarkshire in 7. South Aberdeenshire's Katie Tiller in 8. And Georgia Duff from Whitney in 9. Hayley Redpath in 5. From Midlothian has been number 1 on the podium this week. See if she can upset Serena Guaram and Guy Alcaraz, who are very strong in butterfly.
Yeah.
You see that green cap in Midlothian in the middle. Serena might just be the fancy in this one, but Guy Alcaraz, very strong, already seen with the freestyle earlier on. It's that green cap of Hayley Redpath going well at the moment.
Oh, it's tight. There's someone up. It's those 2 outside lanes at the top there.
And Guy Alcaraz beginning to motor now. It's Guy Alcaraz who looks the stronger. This is going to be another tight finish. Guy Alcaraz
Ellie Redpath and Serena Guaram, I think, is how it finished. Gaia did just get it, 28.59, 5.6. Ellie Redpath, 29.19. Just held on. Serena Guaram, 29.27. See that finish, as you can see, Scott.
Yeah, Gaia, I mean, look at the tempo, right into the wall, force into the wall, really, really good. And she liked that a lot.
Anna Young just missing out, 29.42. Outside lane's going very well.
Yeah, her and Lucy.
There or
Yeah,
thereabouts.
it's nice to see. It throws in things into the mix.
So, last event of our Scottish National Age Group Championship just about to commence. In lane 0 in the 1780 category from Orkney, Mia McAllister. From Arbroath St Thomas, Sophie Smith. From Warner Bass in 2, Sarah Anderson. In lane 3 from the City of Glasgow, Anna Fleming. Desmond Perry, Aberdeen Performance goes in 4. Kristen Laurie from first in 5. Caitlin Duffy from South Aberdeenshire in 6. 2 Katies Smith from Warner Bass in 7. And Taylor Hatta Midlothian in 8. Emma Harvey Millfield in lane number 9. This really strong fancy would be Yasmin Perry, sprinter on butterfly. Kirsten give her a battle, I'm sure, as will Anna Fleming.
Lovely start there. Is that Caitlin?
Caitlin Duffy,
wow.
Yeah, she did get a cracking start. And Caitlin Duffy going very well indeed. She probably leads at the halfway mark. They're coming back at her now. Caitlin Duffy now being challenged, and yes,
there's a little St Thomas swimmer doing quite well.
And Sophie Smith gets second. It's Yasmin Perry, Sophie Smith and Anna Fleming. A little bit of excitement there, Scott.
That's a little
Perry,
bonus.
28.16. Sophie Smith 28.82 and Anna Fleming 28.81 takes third. Look at that, there's your girl finishing very strongly, just not getting.
Now Yasmin's a really strong butterflyer. She's been solid in all events this week. That was a nice little swim there from Sophie.
It was just a little swim, just a 50.
She's getting better at them, believe it or not. We sometimes jokingly refer to her as Sprinter Smith, but
I'm sure when we were having a wee chat with her some months ago, Scott, at one of the championships, she says, I'm not doing 1500s anymore, that's a distance too far, and she's just dropped that one, and she only does
well, she said that, but we've got a Midland meet next month and she wants to do 1500 long course, so who knows.
There we have Hatta Midlothian Zemma Russell, the bronze medalist in the 50-year-old category. Yes, Serena Guaram. You see, always got a smile on her face from City Glasgow, bronze medalist. Ellie Turner from Carnegie, silver medalist in the 50-year-old category. Ellie Redpath from Midlothian in the 60-year-old category, our silver medalist and our Scottish National Age Group champion. In the 50-year-old category from the Broch, Elaine Murray. And in the 60-year-old category from Aberdeen Performance, Gaia Alcaraz. About to join them on the podium. 17, 18-year-olds rather, that's Anna Fleming, City of Glasgow, our bronze medalist. Sophie Smith, our Arbroath St Thomas, our silver medalist, and Scottish National Age Group champion. In the 17-18-year-old category, having won the 100 earlier, Yasmin Perry, Aberdeen Performance.
Trying to fit them all on the podium there. You've got some big, strong girls on that podium.
So that concludes swimming for this evening. There will be a little bit more excitement to follow. We have some special presentations at the end. 3 further awards to be made. We have best performance by boys 16 and under. That's based on FINA points on a single event, so it doesn't matter whether it's a 1500 or a 50. It's how fast you go in that particular event based on points scored. That's both for the boys and the girls. And to conclude with, we will have the Top Club Award. After day 4, it was Warner Bass Clear from South Lanarkshire. Sorry, from the city of Glasgow, and they were well clear. So the award for the 60-year-olds goes to Greg Fairbairn. That's Greg being awarded with Lord North Lanarkshire. Greg, 60-year-old.
That's good to see.
Scott Warnock, his coach. Scott does a fantastic job
indeed.
over there in Bellshill. What a time for that young man. And Greg Fairbairn's come on leaps and bounds this last year.
He has. I mean, the first time I saw him was at British Summer Meet last year for his 200 breaststroke. Never seen him before, and I saw this swimmer just looking so good in the water, and I've had the chance to work with him at YDS this year. He's a lovely lad.
I get the opportunity to see quite a bit of him at the various West District meets, so it's no surprise to see him performing very well, and nice to see that.
And there's Jimmy and his team. I'm hoping I wonder if they'll be staying over or flying up late. A long trip home anyway, perhaps. Some of our helpers doing the floss. I think they've had a good time.
Certainly, it was having a good time down there.
And Team Warrender. It's Katie Goodburn in the middle there. Niamh Ritchie, Katie Smith,
nice to see
Roisin
Niamh
Ramsey.
Ritchie win that 50
yes,
backstroke.
yes,
She's had a rough time the last couple of years, but lovely to see that girl getting on the podium. Katie Smith beside her. Sarah Anderson, I think, behind her. And
they've all got their war paint on there.
Fraser Allison, I think, to the fore. Just to let you know what Greg Fairbairn actually achieved, the top award is based on Greg's swim in the 200 breast, which was most impressive a couple of nights ago, I think it was.
Look at his first, second, fifth, sixth. Well done, Greg.
Yeah. So 699 points. So 1,000 points being, I think, no, the best you could achieve being Olympic pace, top champ at the Olympics.
World record time.
World record time, yes, indeed. And I'm not sure if we have the girls' champion there.
I did see her in the swim down pool, which was very impressive. Sometimes it's easy to try and sneak away after you finished your swims on a late Sunday night, but she was certainly working away there in the swim down pool. So,
well, if that winner is not there, we'll let you know who it was. The top girl in the 16 under is actually a 14-year-old Katie Shanahan from the city of Glasgow.
737 FINA points, and that was for the 200 individual medley. That was last night, Scott. That was some performance. She actually broke the Scottish 13-year-old age group record, time 2:19.59. She took something like 2 and a bit seconds off that. It was very impressive. She's had a fantastic week, Katie.
She's a really good swimmer. A nice girl as well. But I was looking after her. We were in Porto last year. Every time she got in the water, Scottish record, Scottish record. But really, she knows what she wants to do. She's got her head screwed on. Very mature approach to her swimming.
So we'll hopefully bring you the top 10 and the top club award.
I'm rubbish. Oh, wait a minute, that might work. Oh.
This is just being read over the tannoy by Dr. McKinnell. He's doing the commentary for the gallery. And hopefully get that in just a moment and read it to you.
Probably guess from the smiles on Niamh Ritchie's face.
Yeah. The team from Warner Bass. So in reserve, reverse order, in 10th place, Dumfries 324 points. First for 9th, 330. Dundee City Aquatics 8th, 389. East Lothian Swim Team 7th, 400. North Lanarkshire 406 in 6th. Swim West Lothian 5th, 415.5. University of Aberdeen Performance 5th, 558. 584 South Lanarkshire in 3rd. City Glasgow at 917.5. And Warner Bass Club, as they were last year, the top club, 1,259.5. Jess Damon holding that trophy aloft.
Lots of smiles and face paint there from the Warner team.
So 3 of their older swimmers there, 18-year-olds, Jess Damon, Katie Smith, Niamh Ritchie, Laurel Bailey, who was with me in the commentary position the other night. Get a good photo shoot of them, and this is tradition, big dive into the pool.
I wonder if any of the coaches will go in. I don't see Costas. Laurel's on her phone. I see Costas at the back actually. It's Anne Ewing's last, she's at the back here. Sunny Canadeo, and Joe's got her. Oh, she's going in.
I think Anne Ewing is reluctantly being thrown in. Let's see her skills in the water.
Well, this is her. She's retiring at the moment from her role at Warner. So this was her last major competition with them. So nice to see that.
Yeah, and I think deals with the national boys team.
That's right, yeah.
The younger kids there to go to the age groups. So,
fortunately, she's still going to be involved in the schools competition, she told me, so I'm quite relieved at that.
I've Scott, you're the president of the Scottish Schools Association, so you're heavily involved in that.
Yeah.
Anne Dixon, who's over in sunny Australia, I think she's the past president.
She is indeed, yeah.
So
she roped me into that, can I say. I was not at the meeting when I was voted on, Anne's very good at that sort of thing. That's why she's achieved so much.
Well, I'm glad we've looked into working with us tonight, Scott. It's been a pleasure working with you. So thanks for joining us, and safe journey home from everyone at Tollcross. Thank you, everyone, from myself, Robert Taylor, and Scott Haxton from our boat St Thomas. We wish you good night. Thank you.